So the issue is this. Where was the government since May 29, 2023, that it is today, 4 months to election, that they now know that Nigerians, their transportation need to be cushioned? Where were they? Where was Tinubu since then? Where was the same governors since then, May 29, 2023, when they took over office, when subsidy was gone and the Nigerian economy nosedived? Inflation came in, cost of living was hellish, economic reforms started bringing all kinds of untold hardship to the citizen. Where were they? Why didn't they launch CNG buses since that time until today? So the fact is that these people are playing politics with the lives of the citizens. That is just exactly what this whole thing is all about. Anybody that cares about somebody starts from the one he meets the person. So whatever they are doing today is targeted about changing, the people's perspective of the government within these 4 months that is remaining prior to election, thinking that they will woo them and make them vote for them in the election. But the caveat here is that who doesn't care about you from the beginning will never care about you at the end. That is the meaning. So if they deceive the citizens with all these packages they are putting up, I say they're putting up, is it $1 billion, social protection, program for the citizens, right? They are talking about pulling about 7.6 million people out of poverty. That's what they are targeting within 4 months. Well, were they sleeping in the burial ground that since 3 years plus they got into power, they never knew that they need to pull people they put into poverty out of poverty? Because it is the same government who pushed in people into multidimensional poverty. When they took over, about 87 million Nigerians were in multidimensional poverty. And today, about 140 million. In fact, as I speak now, if you do another statistics now, it will be higher than 140 million as I speak. So think about it. They almost doubled the number. So it seems like the All Progressive Congress, the APC, are waking up from their slumber. Because when you look at what is going on, politically today in Nigeria, you begin to understand that these guys in the APC that is ruling the country, they know exactly what they are doing. They don't really rate the citizens. They don't really take the citizens serious. Because if they do, what is happening right now, supposed to have been happening since May 29, 2023, when President Bola Tinubu took over office. What am I trying to say? You recall that on May 29, 2023, when President Bola Tinubu was sworn in, on that podium that same day at Ego Square, he said that subsidy is gone. From that day till date, there's nothing tangible that happened in terms of plans set aside by the government to cushion the impact of the removal of the subsidy, because they know that Nigerians largely depend on petroleum products. The reason is because, one, they use the PMS, the petrol, to power their vehicles. Because there is no light in the country, poor power supply in the country, they use the same petrol to power their generators, both at home, at their offices, or in their business areas. So when you look at the importance of petroleum or petroleum product in the country, it is very, very crucial to the economic development of the country. So the moment that price of petroleum products skyrocketed, tripled, or quadrupled, then the impact was felt on goods and services. The impact was felt on the income of the people, because every other product, the prices changed simultaneously. There was scarcity of petroleum product and all of that. That's prior to Dangote coming into the picture. Now, when you look at all those things, the government promised they're going to provide CNG buses to help cushion the impact on transportation, because places you used to, enter a taxi that can take you for 150 naira before May 29, 2023, suddenly rose to 1,000 naira. So how will the citizen, bridge this gap? That is the question. They promised CNG buses. They brought 64, CNG buses and 30 hybrid CNG buses only for the whole country. Just think about it. That was years back. Until since then till now, there's no more new CNG buses that was provided by the government. Across board, not just about federal government, but including state government. They don't care. They focus on doing whatever they want to do, recouping their investment to win election, to become whatever they are, and all of that. So they don't really care about the citizens. Citizens were complaining, things are hard, there's nothing that is working for them. You see companies closing down because of cost of production and all of that. The government was there. All these things were happening. There was no intervention that was made. So when you still go back to that, you begin to understand that when the government remove subsidy. They have no plan, no clear plan of what they need to do as palliative to cushion the impact of the removal of the subsidy. It was very clear because they were not doing anything. They said they're going to create, CNG stations where you can refuel, your CNG for 3 years plus. Now they are about scaling it up to 1,000 stations, according to what I read in the report. Across the whole country, 36 states and the FCT, 37 states, only 1,000 stations. They are scaling up to, not that it's already 1,000, they are scaling up to 1,000. Now, when you look at all these things, you keep wondering, even if there is total CNG buses everywhere, is that enough to cushion the impact? I don't think so. Transportation is key, yes, but that's not enough to do that. Then they decided to kind of do conditional cash transfer. It has been in existence since even the era of Jonathan and Buhari. There have been, some register they used to, send money to, they call them poorest of the poor, the most vulnerable. Okay. They said they're going to send, money to people as palliative. I don't know if it's 5K or 25K. They said they're going to send that. So they said they did that, but I haven't seen anyone who has come out to say, oh, our family received this money. Look at the evidence and all of that and all of that. But let's agree with them that they did it. How far is it? So sending one-time payment, because I learned that program is, they're going to send like 75K to a household in 3 tranches, right? 25K, another 25K, another 25K, that's 75K. Then that family will exit the program. They onboard new family. That's the way it works. But I've not seen families that, say they have received the 75K and all of that. However, the government supposed to understand that transparency is key in this kind of programs where people doesn't see, what is going on. So they're supposed to have, a transparency mechanism where they publish, names of people who receive these funds so that citizens can also go and verify. That is what it is. But I've not seen any report, mentioning who and who, where and all that got the funding. But that's aside. Now the government, because we have few months to the election, just 4 months to election. This is August, right? This is 28th of August, 2026. And the election is January 16th. So barely 4 months and 2 weeks or thereabout, we'll be hitting the election. And suddenly, the government just woke up from their slumber and decided that they're going to roll out, CNG buses across the state. If you go to President Tweet or read, the papers of yesterday and all of that, you begin to understand that the president had a meeting with the governors. I think the 31, APC governors, they control 31 states. APC, is controlling 31 states because some PDP governors also decamped to join the APC because they are seeking for re-election. So they believe that joining the APC will protect them and empower them to be able to win their second term bid. So all of them jumped into the APC. They are basically first-time governors that did all of that. That's fine. So the issue is this. Where was the government since May 29, 2023, that it is today, 4 months to election, that they now know that Nigerians, their transportation need to be cushioned, right? So now, where were they? Where was Tinubu since then? Where was the same governors since then, May 29, 2023, when they took over office, when subsidy was gone and the Nigerian economy nosedived? Inflation came in, cost of living was hellish, economic reforms started bringing all kinds of untold hardship to the citizens. Where were they? Why didn't they launch CNG buses since that time until today? The CNG buses they're even talking about, they said it's going to commence in October 1st. That is our Independence Day. So the fact is that these people are playing politics with the lives of the citizens. That is just exactly what this whole thing is all about. Anybody that cares about somebody starts from day one, he meets the person. So whatever they are doing today is targeted about changing, the people's perspective of the government within these 4 months that is remaining prior to election, thinking that they will woo them and make them vote for them in the election. But the caveat here is that who doesn't care about you from the beginning will never care about you at the end. That is the meaning. So if they deceive the citizens with all these packages they are putting up, I say they're putting up, is it $1 billion, social protection, program for the citizens, right? They are talking about putting about 7.6 million people out of poverty. That's what they are targeting within 4 months. Well, were they sleeping in the burial ground that since 3 years plus they got into power, they never knew that they need to put people they put into poverty out of poverty? Because it is the same government who pushed in people into multidimensional poverty. When they took over, about 87 million Nigerians were in multidimensional poverty. And today, about 140 million. In fact, as I speak now, if you do another statistics now, it will be higher than 140 million as I speak. So think about it. They almost doubled the number. It is now 4 months to the eve of the election that they now remember and knew that many Nigerians are in poverty, that they are scaling up, the funds to pull them out of poverty. My point is that it's not that pulling them out of poverty is wrong, or the point is the timing. It shows that whatever they are doing today is geared toward the election that is coming. They already understood that the people are not with them. They can see that happen in Osun. They can see how people have stood their ground to resist whatever force they are bringing to them. Compared to 2023, when they will threaten people and people will stay in their house, they won't come and vote, so they will have opportunity to rig. Because when the numbers are too big, it will be difficult to rig. That's what they now understood. So they like to scare people away so that they don't come in to vote, so that the number of people that voted will be minimal, and they can now up the game. Now, you recall that even there's one FCT chairman, Kuje Area Council chairman. I saw his video the other day, threatening Kuje residents that if they don't vote for APC and Bola Tinubu, they must leave the Kuje Area Council. This is the kind of people we see in power. People that doesn't know their left from their right. Who the hell is he to be threatening people living in the Kuje Area Council that if they don't vote for his party, they must leave the area council? Who gave him the power? Many Nigerians who are in government position, they exaggerate the powers of their office. He has no right, he has no power, no constitution grant him any power to threaten people, to ask people to leave the area council if they don't vote for his party. There's nowhere. Even the president cannot ask anybody to leave Nigeria because they didn't vote for him. The grand commander, how much more a local government, chairman. Local government chairman. This is what we have seen in our politics. In 2023, MC Oloma and his crew threatened, especially Igbos in Lagos, from voting, other parties other than the APC. Until date, nothing happened. They thought it was the same scenario today. No, at that time, people were not suffering the way they are suffering today. And that is the reason. Somebody who has not eaten for the past 1 week, he will choose to die than to still be alive and be suffering hunger. That's what they don't know. So people are ready now than they were ready in 2023 to fight, defend their vote, and ensure that who they want is who wins. I think they're beginning to understand that, because before, why government don't do jack for people is because they know they don't need people's vote. They have their system of writing the result to favor them. You heard in just 1 week speaking in the Osun election that if the president wanted to win Osun at all costs, he would have sent him there. He would have been there. Being there to do what? He's not a voter in Osun State. He has no powers in Osun State. He's not a government official from Osun State. So if he goes there, what will he do? He will change the result to favor his party. And the man is proud to be on TV making such claim that he has powers to rig elections. You see how devastated our country has become. That people don't have shame, people don't have integrity, people don't have credibility, people are so quick, happy to associate themselves with evil. That's what we see today. A home minister use government money, pay TV station to come and cover him, to be spewing that kind of garbage to the public. What is he teaching younger generation? He's teaching younger generation that the way to succeed or to be in an elective position is to rig election. That's exactly what he's teaching them. And tomorrow we'll be blaming our children, call them Gen Z. They don't have character. Our fathers, do they have character? People like Inyesom that is speaking like that on TV. People like the local government chairman in Kuje Area Council that is threatening people. Do they have character? A man of character will not make such comment. That is the truth. So, the Kuje guy, the chairman, later was apologizing. They misquoted what he said, as if we are blind, as if we are deaf, that we didn't hear what he was saying. You see, these people, they are too quick to threaten people, too quick to jump into some certain things. But when they are caught pants down, you see them coming to retweak, like the senator in Osun that said, if you see any other party that is not APC, kill them. When they invited him, he said, no, it's AI. On TV station, the next, it's not what I mean. I said they should kill them with their vote. Just think about this whole thing. And my worry is that these people say all these things, nobody arrests them. A poor man, a common person, send a tweet, the next thing they will arrest him and charge him for cyberbullying. That's what they do. So what the area council chairman in Kuje, what he said on camera, what would you call it? It's cyberbullying the people of Kuje who has arrested him. What the senator said, what does it mean? Who has arrested him? They invited him for questioning. He just spoke there and left. And came back on the day of election and was still controlling people on that day. So this is the kind of country this administration is building. The APC government is building. The laws are meant for the poor. The laws are not meant for the rich. That's the meaning. Two groups of people in the same country, two different laws applies. And that's very, very unfortunate for what we are seeing today. So before, the APC, they think they had 31 governors. With 31 governors, the president will win. And they always strategically put presidential election ahead before the state government election. The reason is because if this state governor didn't support me, I'll make sure he doesn't win in his own election. That's the thing. Because in every league, the major league is played last. Go to football. All leagues must have almost closed before the finals of Champions League. But Champions League is the top of the game. But why is presidential coming first before governorship? It's because the presidents. It's not just about Bola Tinubu. It happened like that in 2023 as well. So the question is this. Where was the government? For the past 3 years plus, people are suffering. No palliative, no incentive, no help from the government until today. Because election is coming. Government begin to wake up, to begin to do some things that will resonate with the people. Some things they feel people will get used to, so that they can be able to sway voters to vote for them. But the minds of the people have already been made, because if they did not start doing what is right and what is good, or what will improve the lives and welfare of the people from the beginning, it means even if they win second tenor, it's going to get worse. They just bought them, right? So they say they're going to do a program, they're going to send 140K to the people. I think that's the social protection, program. You send somebody 40K this month, that's the end. How does that 40K change his life? So these are the issues we are talking about. We have done this kind of programs before. During Jonathan administration, I keep emphasizing on it. Shopee was a very big success. Shopee, go and check, go and read the reports. There are reports. Go to Minister of Budget and Planning. The reports are there. Read these reports. You will see what Jonathan did in different areas, in different sectors. Transportation sector, that was programmed there. Health sector, that was programmed there. Poverty alleviation, that's community service program, and so on and so forth. This program really helped at that time when subsidy was partially removed by his administration. Citizens didn't feel it like the way they are, feeling it now. Buses were rolled out immediately because it was planned. As he was planning to remove the subsidy, there was immediate plan on how to cushion the fight, because they know there will be heat on the people. But this administration, they never thought about the heat on the people. They want to take pride that they remove subsidy. That's it. And I keep saying, Tinubu is not the first. Jonathan did it. They fought him in 2010, including the Tinubu, until he decided to cut it by half to do partial removal. And I remember President, tweeting that and calling him that he has break his part with the people for removing subsidy. Today, the same man is in a betrayer. And they know that removing subsidy at that time was the best, because oil was selling at over $100 to $80 and all of that at that time. So there was money for government to cushion the effect. They created the program, put money there, and use the money to do the intervention programs. And if you hold them, where is the subsidy removal money? They will show you Shopee. The reports are there. It's not hidden. It happened in my very eyes. So that's what I thought, that Tinubu's government will model. Look at the lessons learned. MIA report is there. You will see the gaps they identify, what need to be done. Then you'll be able to upgrade the program. Just a little touch and follow the same trajectory. Nigerians wouldn't have been where they are today. Life would have been a bit easier for them. But they didn't do it. Then 4 months to election, they woke up to remember there are citizens in the country. They woke up to remember they are governing some people who are going through hardship. But they have been crying. They keep telling them, be patient, be patient. These policies, they're going to be difficult at the beginning, but at some point, it's going to get better. 4 years is almost gone. It has not gotten better. What kind of policy is that? And I keep standing on my ground that any government intervention, program, policy, project that is not changing the lives of the people, that program has issues. You need to be quickly reviewed to find out why. They keep reeling out numbers, talking about macroeconomics. Oh, subsidy, our foreign reserve is 50-something billion. Oh, GDP is growing. Oh, that's not what people care about. Policy, macroeconomic is for the people in the top who are looking at numbers. Now, average Nigerians is thinking of how to eat for the day, how to pay his rent, how to pay school fees of the children, how to secure himself. Look at security. All these things they are doing now, they are trying to target poverty alleviation? What about insecurity? What have they done? They just kidnapped how many people the other day? So what have they done? In Plateau, in Benue, in all these places, they are massacring people all the time. What have they done? There are still children from Borno that are still in captivity as we speak. So you can see it's a knee-jerk approach. Oh, the people are shouting that the economy is hard. Okay, what do we do now? They just come up. Let's bring CNG buses. Let's do this. No. As a government, you will have a plan, clear plan, what to do, how to implement it, the funding for the program. That's how things are done. Clear plan. But this government, they are only responding to shout of people. When people shout from this direction, you can see the road. P2B was in that Bini, Abu Abe, Bini Awuchi road the other time. Did a picture there, posted it and said, look at the bad state of our internal roads. That's why it's clamoring. Instead of creating new roads, fix the existing road. The minister attacked him, challenged him for debate. Because this is the way they behave. They think everything is politics because that's how they live their life. They politicize everything. The guy is calling your attention. This road is so bad that people can't travel because PO, he travels almost every minute. He's on the road. That's his nature. And he's drawing government attention, doing his citizen, right. Because it's the right of the citizen. If anything is going bad, you call the government and say, hey, look at what is going on here. Government can come and intervene. Instead of them to do he started challenging for debate. Before he eventually went there and said, okay, they're gonna, he acknowledged that what P2B said that the road is bad. If he has gone, the road is not bad, then we would have blamed P2B. It's not just P2B. Many citizens have been saying that. But because P2B said it, and is an opposition presidential candidate, he was attacked. They call it names, challenging for debate. Today, that same road has kept people for the past 3 days to 5 days. People who are traveling on that road, they got stuck. The road is blocked. They destroyed the road. And minister went there, stood on the same place and apologizing to Nigerians. Just think about what we are seeing in this country. And the governor of Edo came in there and began to do politics. Oh, I say, I mean, just think about how these people think, how they behave. They don't read the citizens because they think they are doing you favor by fixing road. They think they are doing you favor by creating water and, electricity and all of that. They think they are doing you favor. They forgot that they are servants to the people, to the office of the citizens. They serve the office of the citizens. So in the real democracy, the citizens have the upper hand. Look at what goes on in the US. President want to do this. People go to court. Court will say, hey, you overstepping your powers as the president. This is what constitution says. You can't do this. The president will pause. That's democracy. In our place, what is going on? National Assembly caged and locked. They are nowhere to be found in the equation of governance. Just give them their constituency project. They are cool. They don't care. They are pocketed already. And the president knew they are the only people that can remove him from power through impeachment. He also knew if he still want to extend the stay, it's then that we change constitution for him. That's why he pocketed them. They can't bite, oversight, nothing. They can't hold government accountable. Their watchdog function dead on arrival. This 10th Senate, 10th Assembly. So when you look at what is going on in the country, you understand the problem we find ourselves. So for me, I will believe that this administration of President Bola Tinubu have no clear plan of what he has come to do for the country. All he care about is a miloko. It's my turn. I want to be president. And now he's president. What next? So you want to be president. You are president. What next? No plan. If you look at what is going on today in the country, there's no sustainable plan of the direction the government is going. They have just been there for the past 3 years. Nothing is changing. Nothing is changing as it relates to the welfare of the people, as it relates to security. Nothing is changing. Insecurity is still getting worse by the day. The only one you know about kidnapping, killing is the one that comes to social media. Many people disappear on a daily basis in the country. Many disappear. All those places you see security agencies we raid, you see bones, skulls of human beings. And who did you see them on TV when initially it happened? No, you didn't. Many people go down for ritual, many people go down for different things. People disappear daily that nobody can trace. Many families are looking for their loved ones. They don't know where they are. They have been killed, some in the bush. I watched the lady in the FBA conference. I now saw the dead man in the bush when she was kidnapped and all of that. The family of that person may be thinking the person is somewhere, not knowing he's gone in the bush. This happens daily. So, I don't know why the government will be waiting, sleeping, on duty until a few months of the election. That is why whatever they are doing today, no matter how good it is, people will always misjudge it that it's politically motivated. And they cannot be wrong. Because if they love this country and they have plan for the citizen, from day 1, May 29, the moment he announced subsidy is gone, he will be rolling out, these are the plans to cushion the impact. I know removing subsidy will be hard on the people, things will change, prices of things will change, but these are the things the government are put in place to cushion the impact. The moment they take him to his office, the next thing he's going to do is to constitute the committee or the board or whoever that will run that program, and the thing will kick in effect. Because is it now, after 3 years plus, that you are now coming to cushion the impact of subsidy you removed how many years ago? Think about it. That's what Nigerian government is doing now. And it's not going to work for them, because they thought that the governors have capacity to mobilize people of their state to vote for them. But Osun State showed them that no such governor has no capacity to do such. That's the truth. Governor has 1 vote, and the few people that are shouting for him, that are benefiting from it, is their government. They are the people that can follow them. But bulk of the people in the states are not with them, because they are suffering hunger, they are suffering poverty, they are suffering darkness, there's no light, they are suffering all kinds of, their children are out of school, they are jobless in that same state, and you say they should come and vote for the governor or vote for APC. So most of these governors, except they rig the election, will not return. Those first-time governors who jump from PDP to APC, most of them will not return. The only ones that will return are those who are working in their state. They are the only people that will come into play. But for others who think that joining APC will save them, it will not save them. Because the election is between the people and the APC. That is just what the election is all about. So beware. And now there have been a whole lot of pressure on the government. Whatever they do, you see Atiku tweet, you see P2B tweet, you see people are discussing on a daily basis what is going on in the country. So people are holding them accountable, that every time, whatever they do, they scrutinize it. People attack from every angle. That's why they're beginning to wake up, because they now know there's something at stake. For the past 2-3 years, they were in government. There's no election. So they do whatever they like. Now election is close. They now know that they're about to lose. That's why they are waking up, trying to do things they're supposed to have done 3 years ago. We spoke about coastal highway. It's not that Nigerians don't love creation of new roads to expand the economic environment and all of that. But the point is, what is the essence of creating new roads when the existing one people use on daily basis is not functional? Look at the house. Look at businesses of people. You saw the fishes, people that sell things along that corridor, because no vehicle is going and coming, so they couldn't sell their product. Their product was wasted. Their fishes died. Loss for them. So whatever you do in your position, there are people it affects. It affects people. And that is the reason why we must be intentional in whatever we are doing, knowing that my decision will affect someone else. Look at how people who sell things on that highway, how they lost all their products because of that blockade that happened, that gridlock that happened on that road for 3 to 5 days. So the only thing I can give to Minister of Works, Engineer Dave Umar, is that he's a mobile Minister of Works. Anywhere they call him, he shows face immediately. Somebody did a video on a head bridge out there, losing the boat, taking the iron on the bridge. He was there. That's one thing I like about him. He doesn't send people. He goes there by himself. That's kudos for him. But he should also understand that whatever he's doing as the minister, he should be very careful of how he executes his function, because ministerial position will come and go. If Tinubu wins second term, he may decide not to use him again for Minister of Works. He may decide to dump him and bring someone else who will benefit, who played part in the election. He want to, settle. Therefore, the way he calls for people's arrest is unbecoming. You are arresting contractor, whereas you, the minister, and your team are the people who awarded the contract to that contractor. You are indicting yourself, because it means you did not do due diligence on the contractor. You can't just award contract to anybody, because the way they are defaulting in this contract looks like the contract was awarded at paddy level. I know you, we know ourselves. Oh, you're gonna do something for the party, take this job just to. That's exactly, because if you have done due diligence, who is this company? What are their experiences? What loads have they done in the past? By who, for who, and how much, and what the quality of that road? Is the load still there? And so you have to do due diligence. How did they win the bid in the first place? And it's talking tough on the one in Summit to Head Bridge Road, 11 kilometers that they were. Is it Heartland or something? You can't just come on TV and be shouting, we arrest people, just to please the people. No, it doesn't work that way. If they didn't do the job and payment was made to them, you call them to table, let them tell you why they didn't do the job. And then you will know if they're having other challenges. Then you know how to help them solve the challenges so that they will deliver on their jobs. But to me, I think it's a capacity issue. Because I heard him talking to one of the contractors that they should give up the road, let government take over the road and fix it. I think it was the Bini Aushi that they don't have the capacity with what is required on that road. So it is now he knew they don't have the capacity. But we blame them for not doing the job, for delaying the job, and shout on TV, you're going to arrest them. Whereas the people you are giving contract don't have the capacity to deliver on that job. So you failed in your scrutinization of those who get the job. It means the bidding is not competitive. Because if it's competitive, the best would have gotten the job. We have Julius Berger, we have RCC, we have CCEC or whatever they call that Chinese company. We have all these top guys who delivers on their projects. So there are certain roads you can give to local contractors, certain roads, not major express, no. If it's in one community road, linking community together, they can test their powers there, but not on major express that carries tons of goods. You know the number of trucks that pass Benin Auchi Expressway? Dangote truck alone is more than enough. So these are the points. So anyways, the issue here is that whatever palliative program they want to do is good and fine as long as it addresses, people's challenges, reduces poverty and all of that. But the timing shows that they are politically motivated. That is the issue here. And it means you are taking the people for a ride. You just want to use them to get second term, and you will see dump them when you get them. That is the issue. So it's use and dump strategy. He got it in 2023, did all kinds of policy that worsened the lives of the people. Now, till end of the administration, he now want to do something that will show the people that, okay, I care about you, just take this, vote for me for second term, I will do more better. When they vote for him for second term, he will even do worse. That is because by then, he doesn't need the people. He doesn't need their vote. He doesn't care if APC win or not. He has fulfilled his ambition to become president, and he has achieved it to become it 2 terms. That is the issue here. So Nigerians cannot be fooled because they know what is going on. They can't be fooled. They have wising up right now as we speak. So the problem is not only on transportation. It's not only on transportation. What about food? High cost of food products. Even if the cost of transportation goes down, food product will still be high. Why? Because farmers don't go to farm anymore due to high level of insecurity. So Nigeria is not food secured. That is the point. That's why Ukraine, who is fighting war, is giving us grain to support, to cushion hunger in the country. So you need to address security issues so that farmers can have the opportunity to go to farm and bring out food products. Because when there is high supply of food product, the prices of food product will start going down. It's simple economics. So you do one of 40,000, payment to families. 7.6 million people is the target, right? Good and fine. Within 4 months, how much will you send? You send one family 40K. In Nigeria today, what will 40K do? Because that's the question. Many will argue, to you, 40K is too small. But to those poorest of the poor, 40K is too big. What is the intention of sending the 40K? For them to buy food, eat for that day, and starve the rest of the years? Or for what? Because there should be, a reason what you think that 40K is to do for them. That is the issue. That's why you come to the US, they have their programs. The SNAP program, the EBT program, right? The money is not one-off. Once you enroll for the program, you collect that check every month, until the government takes you out of the program. That's how it works. So you are guaranteed that every month you are getting 2K from government, for example. You already know that 2K is coming monthly from government for you. But our own now, 40K, one-off payment, that's the end. You will hear billions spent. Who are the beneficiaries? Anyways, election is coming, and for you to collect government money, there must be an activity. So as they do perform activity, money goes. That's what they use to justify the money, right? So you will see a whole lot of things coming up. There will be money for this election. You can see their campaign list, the one they just withdrew. They are putting people who are in government position, head of agencies, to become campaign DG, to become people that will, raise funds for the campaign and all of that. Imagine the Nigerian Revenue Service chairman being part of the people that will raise funding for the president campaign. Just think about this. People already under investigation on corruption, suspended for corruption, in the list to be part of the campaign. Just think about this whole thing. It's not really making sense to me at all. So, well, it's good as they withdrew the list. They're going to revamp it, change people's name that people are already fingered and replace them and all that. So I don't know. I don't know how this whole thing works. It looks so shitty to me. That's the honest truth. So people keep asking, what exactly do government offer to its people? What do people benefit from government? Because you just do everything by yourself. You buy your own vehicle to drive yourself to work. Because no proper transportation. Wike was building bus terminals. How many buses have he rolled out that will use those terminals? That is the question. At least El-Rufai at his time did El-Rufai buses that time. During Jonathan Shopee rolled out buses as well. They did. So, I don't know. State government, they receive so much money. So where is the impact? It is now that they are come together, state government, they say, okay, they're going to buy buses. LXOT has been doing that. Electric buses, they have been doing it in Abia for his people. He's not waiting for campaign. From day one, LXOT entered government. He started immediately, commission power. Make sure that it's GE, Geometric Electric, they finish the IPP, the NIPP project there. Commission the power that serves 7 to 9 local government. 247 power supply. Fixing road, buying buses. The moment subsidy something came, he started buying buses to cushion transportation. Even during Christmas, he sent buses to Lagos or different places to bring their people home free. These are what we are talking about. From day one, he was not waiting when the re-election comes, he will begin to buy the buses or begin to fix roads. No, that's what I'm trying to say here. That the governor, the president, the governors who are waiting during the election for them to start doing what is right, those people are not good people. That is my conclusion. They are not good people. Any person that is good started working from day one, showing that is goodness. So Nigerians, don't be fooled. Look clearly, see clearly, think clearly before you make your decision who to vote for in this forthcoming election in January 2027. Who to vote for as your president, who to vote for as your governor, and so on and so forth. Very, very critical. By now, they're supposed to be telling us the impact of the programs and projects they have done, not even beginning new projects. By now, the president, the governors who have been in first tenure that won the election, all of them that won the election, both president and governor, by now, what they're supposed to be doing now is to be telling citizens in the campaign, in my first 4 years, I did this, data, provide evidence. That's what you need to do. You're supposed to market for your second tenure based on what you did in your first tenure. It is only those who have not had the privilege that will find it more difficult to convince people, but not those who are already in power. But because they have not done much to target the lives of the people and protect the people, that's why it's difficult for them. They are looking for easy way out. Create a new program, show it to the people, and that's it. If they fool them, they vote for them, they reverse back to status quo. Tinubu that was privileged to be there, the things he said we do, he didn't do them. He said they will give us power. There's no power. He said he will secure Nigeria. There's no security, right? He said Nigeria will not pay estimated billion. Nigerians are still, many of them are still not metered. He talked about it will make the economy, recruit people, even in police, in this thing. What are we seeing today? Nigeria is having shortage, less than 500,000 police officers, about 300 and something thousand. Out of that, many are still with VIPs. Only few are left to protect the whole citizens. So think about it. Many things he promised, he didn't do them. He will deliver CNG buses that will cushion transport. He only delivered 64 and 30 hybrid, which is how many? 94, right? For the whole country. It is today they are now saying they will now deliver CNG buses by October 1st, 2026. 3 years plus after he made the promise. So think about it. So when you look at so many things he promised Nigerians he will do, in unity of the country, zero. There's no unity anywhere. Zero. Infrastructure. You saw how people are trapped in a Binia-Uchi road for 3 days, 5 days. You saw them. Many roads, terrible. So when you look at many promises he has made, how far has he gone? You begin to understand that he plunged people into poverty, almost doubled the poverty number. We have 87 million people in poverty in 2023. Today it is 140 million. Think about it. So whatever he has done, I don't care about the macro, whether there's stability in dollar. It is rich people that trade with dollar. Poor people don't know what dollar. They don't even know the color of dollar. And his job is to target the poor people and help them. That is his main job. You are not helping the rich. How many rich people got waivers of that something trillion that I had? Is it for the poor people? No, it's not. It's the rich. So they are settling themselves at the top level. After all, they are still the same rich people that will bring money for campaign. It is what it is. Pay to play. Anyway, guys, I leave this message here. Watch it, share it, like it, comment on it. This is a platform where we talk, debate, argue, agree, disagree. So pull it up. Let's talk. Let's see what's going on. What's your thought? What are you thinking about what the government is doing? We want our country better. We want our country to be good. We want things to work for the poorest of the poor in the country, not for the rich. We want the law to be the same for everybody, not one for the rich and one for the poor. So leave your comment at the comment section and I will address your comment. But if you are new to my channel, like and share this video and also subscribe to my channel. Put on your notification bell so that when my next new video drop, you'll be among those that will be notified. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I appreciate you. For those who are subscribed already, thank you for helping this channel to grow. I'll see you in my next video. I'm signing out. See you.